Table 45. They need the Ronda Blue souffle.
That's the food critic, Sir Chef.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you for addressing me, Sir Chef.
You're welcome, Chef. The food critic. Eric Monsoon. He's also your ex-chef.
I thank you, Chef. I know this chef.
He broke your heart, Chef.
If we don't nail this souffle, then the restaurant will be shut down, and also I'll lose my chance to ever being reunited with my one true love, Eric Monsoon.
That's right, Chef.
That's right, Chef.
But, Chef, he ran away with your mom, Chef. She's sitting out there in the booth, Chef.
That's another complication, Chef. I just want her to be happy, Chef. But she took my one true love, Chef.
Right, Chef. Complicated situation, Chef.
It's interesting, Chef, because you don't know who's your biological parent, me or Eric Monsoon, Chef.
That's right, Chef. I am your mother's son, Chef.
You're my brother, Chef. But maybe also my son, Chef?
Let's not get into genealogy, Chef.
We are cooks. We are not biology doctors.
We have to dice the creme brulee, Chef.
Quick, dice it. Everyone knows a creme brulee souffle is diced, Chef.
Chef, the business is closing down, Chef.
How could this be?
Chef, they found rats underneath our aprons, Chef.
Well, that's how we're so good at what we do, Chef.
They've been controlling us, Chef.
Wait, this adds another wrinkle, Chef. Who's your biological parent? Me, Eric Monsoon, or the rats controlling
Chef.
our bodies?
I don't know, Chef. Cooking up disaster, Chef. Cooking up disaster, Chef. Cooking up disaster, Chef. Cooking up disaster. Walk into the kitchen with a dirty apron, wondering what mess I'll find. Not sure if your ex is running away with your mom this time. It's a complicated family situation, and you don't know whose dad is who. When you're making the steak with potatoes, what will you lose? Cooking up a disaster, Chef. Cooking up a disaster, Chef. Cooking up a disaster, Chef. Cooking up a disaster,
The sweat falling down from my face is falling into this pea green soup. And if every day I'm working in this flaming hot kitchen, my life feels like poop. Cause I don't know the order number. Every day I'm feeling number. Cause I don't know who to cook for. Do I cook for my boyfriend? Or do I cook for my mom, who's also his love? Do I kick for my son, who I don't, I'm not sure if they're my son? Or was it the rat all along who's been pulling on the strings of my apron? I don't know where I went wrong when I let the rats into my restaurant. Cooking up disaster, Chef. Cooking up disaster, Chef. Cooking up disaster, Chef. Cooking up disaster, Chef. And you know that it would make my day if us father and son we could make a fillet. And like you and I, it would be rare.
Don't know who is my family truly. Trying to find my own ratatouille. A little mouse that will be my one true cook. But look, there goes your ex.
No!
Everyone's a critic, but he's the best. And he's gonna critique your kissing skills and also your cooking grills.
Kiss every meal before I send it to the table. It is my secret, even though it makes me unstable. And I'm gonna French this French soup.
Cooking up a disaster,
Chef. Cooking up a disaster, Chef. Cooking up a disaster,
disaster chef.
We're cooking up a disaster chef. Order up. A 5, 6, a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Musical Monday, Musical Monday.
Hello. What the heck?
Yes, thank you, chef. Musical Monday.
Hello and welcome back to Musical Monday with Caleb, Zach, and Shae at Improv Broadway. This is Caleb.
Hi.
I'm Zach, and this is Shae. We're at Improv Broadway. This is the show where we review the best musicals that no one's ever heard of because they just won't give it a chance. This musical, of course, is called Thank You, Chef, the Musical, and all about the high-paced, fast-pass Disneyland life of chefs in the back of a kitchen.
Overrun by rats. And a food critic is in town who is the ex of the chef.
Yes.
And he did run away with the chef's mom.
And there's a son involved, and they're not sure who's biologically the father. Is it
Yeah.
the chef, the critic, or a rat?
Yeah, but that detail doesn't matter as much. And so in this next song, we see two critics. Well, the critic and
Another critic.
another critic.
It's a critic.
Yeah, well, there's one critic there as a critic to judge the restaurant, and there's other critic who just happens to be there who's just like,
Yeah.
Who's critiquing him
The
on
critic.
his criticism?
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
a fun little song where the critic is complaining about everything, and then the other critic is critiquing
How he's complaining about everything.
and also he's roasting him.
oh,
He's
easy
putting
ever.
his cheeks on a spitfire.
It's a big
and he's
roast song.
spinning him around like a little piggy
Like
at a
little
cookout.
dumb
In this
piggy.
beautiful roast song, Roast This Roast.
Yeah. The bread is dry. The butter is droll. And I'm eating the chicken fingerlings and I'm already full.
His tastes are bad. And when he speaks, it makes me sad. I wish that he could have a little more nuance.
The silverware is smudged. And I feel like the grudge is putting their scary soul into my soup bowl.
His references are old. Who knows how long he's been told that The Grudge was in the mid-2000s. I wish that he was more recent.
The cook is my ex, and his mom's better.
He shares too much, and we haven't even done the lunch. He's mentioned his weird geriatric obsession. They should get a new profession.
Time
Let's
to
roast
roast
this roast. Gotta roast this roaster.
Put his butt in the toaster.
Gotta roast this roaster. This guy married an 85-year-old. It's weird that he's complaining that the staleness of these rolls.
I like my meat seared and aged.
This meat is rotten, just like to the woman he got engaged. Let's roast this roaster. Let's roast this roaster.
Put his butt in a toaster.
Let's roast this roaster.
My eggs caged and also aged. Her eggs freeze. If you please.
Now I'm confused. Is she talking about her ex-husband who lost his life and now is in a freezer? Who was the person who was frozen?
Eggs.
That one's on me. I'll give this one to you for free.
This restaurant restaurant, 1 star. The chef's gone a step too far. He's taken my love and he's roasted her on the stove.
This critic, 2 stars. And she has gone not far enough. I think that he can go even harder. I think that he could be like Jimmy Carter.
Roast the roaster.
You gotta roast this roaster.
the roaster.
You gotta roast this roast. This roaster would criticize again. Click.
Would steal his mom again.
Wow. Oh, incredible. Incredible. And obviously, so those 2 reviews are getting the restaurant shut down. It's getting shut down.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was enough.
People read the critics' review and they were like, it's very partial. It's not fair. It has a lot of his personal affairs kind of sprinkled in like
But
a little
there's
cupcake
small,
mix.
thirsty fan base that got so revved up by this description of the grandma.
Yeah.
They said, let's turn this restaurant into a burlesque show.
Really?
Yeah.
I forgot that part.
Yeah, they come in, they offer the owner of the restaurant just an exorbitant amount of money. And he's like, of course, do whatever you want with it. And Cookie's Cookhouse is the now name of the burlesque
Yeah.
Cookies
lounge.
Cookhouse.
5 years later, the critic and the chef. The chef is now, he works at a coffee shop. He is relegated to warming up already cooked.
He got bought out
bagels.
with millions of dollars, and he said, you know what I want to do? I want to be a barista.
Well, the business closed down.
Right, but didn't he get offered a lot of money?
Well, the owner did.
Oh, but
Owner
the
did.
He's
chef.
just the chef.
That's
Yeah.
right.
People get confused about that a lot because
Yeah.
they are identical twins, the owner and the chef.
Yes.
Yes.
And he
Yeah.
didn't give a penny to his identical brother.
No.
No.
And another complication. Who was the father of this boy? Is it the chef? Is it the identical twin owner? Is it the rat? Or is it Eric Monsoon?
And,
Still to be uncovered in this musical.
Yeah, and we're going to find it out in the 3rd song.
Yes.
Yes.
As we see now this blossoming burlesque business.
Yes.
With their star dancer, Eric Monsoon.
Eric Monsoon and his wife Cookie.
Yeah.
Because it's called Cookie's Cookhouse.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about the song is they drop this bombshell reveal of who's the son's biological parent is, 1 line, and they never talk about it again. It's in there and then never spoken about again.
You might miss it. If you're not paying really
randomly
close
in the
attention,
song.
you might miss it. Mm-hmm. And you might think that there was something else dropped and you get confused, but it's in there.
Yeah. It's either going to be just rammed in there, so obvious, or it's going to be a slight clue and a nuance.
Yeah. I don't think people really care what it is.
I think no one cares about this son storyline. I think I just keep focusing on it because I brought it up, and I'm like, that's kind of interesting, but no one cares.
You go and you see a musical, and you take out of it what you want to. You pay attention to the parts that are important to you.
Yeah.
It's obvious that part was important to Zach. It's also obvious it was not important to Shae.
You know,
that's okay.
When
you
I
know?
saw this at a community theater, and they came out, and they're like, who's the father? Everyone just whispering, I don't care. I really don't care. I just wish they'd drop this line. And they did rewrites in the middle of the show.
It's like the B plot in a book where you're like, oh, get to the people I
Yes.
care about.
It's like in Aragon, where his brother with the hammer, like
Aragon.
it was the boring war story. It's like, get back to the
Yeah,
dragons.
get back to the dragon.
magic.
And is he gonna be with that elf?
Is he gonna get it
or
with that
what?
1,000-year-old elf?
Yeah, and is that wrong? Because it feels wrong.
And is it weird that a 17-year-old boy is writing this?
Yeah, and why is that dragon so smart?
So fast.
So fast. And maybe the dragon and the elf should be a thing.
I think it's more age appropriate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Are some of these questions answered in the song?
Well, there are parallel questions answered in this song because not only is Eric Monsoon one of the dancers, so is the rat.
Yeah.
Now, no
okay.
one cares about the Sun storyline, but everyone cares about this rat.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he's rad. He's so smooth.
Rat.
He's
Yeah.
an enigma.
So let's recap setting the table. No pun intended. We're at a burlesque show called Cookies Cook. Cookies Cookie. Cookies Cook Show.
Cook
The
house.
and it's called Cookies Cook Show. And who's the lead of the show? Eric Monsoon, a local food critic.
Okay.
And he's dancing a burlesque show in his ex-lover's restaurant where he serves coffee.
No, that's 5 years later. I thought we were going to sing that song, but it sounds like we
the
don't
song where
want
he's
to.
a barista and sad?
Yeah, but it sounds like we don't
I
want
thought
to
it all
sing that.
took place in the same place.
No. You just mixed them together.
I was
but,
so focused
but
on
you
that
know
Sun
what?
storyline.
A fun little burlesque show. Why not? It's cute. There's leg.
You know,
Yeah, well, the nice thing about that is there is a reprise of the chorus from the barista song in the bridge of the burlesque song. So
you know, we've
can
covered,
see both a little
we've
bit.
we've covered songs like this, and it's never quite worked. But I think tonight's the night to do it.
I don't know.
Where there's really two separate songs, each with their own verse and chorus. And then they come together where it kind of makes sense, where they blend together, where they reprise and they both sing at the same time.
Today's the day.
One is the burlesque song, one is the sad barista song. And in this
Let's just sing a fun burlesque song.
I think I've already committed too hard to it.
Okay.
But if it's not as good as we remember, we can just lean into the fun burlesque song. Because they had both. They tried both.
Just like a plain bagel without the everything. I missed the burlesque show where I just got to sing with my shirt draped o'er my shoulder. I forgot I was growing older, with men with lascivious grins. They would throw out their money and whims. I miss the burlesque. Every day I feel less than the days where I would throw. But, and what do I have now? Just a cafe. A couple tears that I throw away. I miss the burlesque where I would undress for the wealthy men of Pennsylvania. Oh, they would hoot and holler. Oh, the tips they would offer. Oh, their grubby little hands. Oh, their bold little heads. I miss the burlesque.
A 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't have to miss the burlesque, cause the burlesque is happening right now. We're wearing tassels every part of our body. Shooka, 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 wow.
Brazil is here. Brazil is here. Grab your girdle, throw it around in the air.
I might be a 45-year-old critic, but you know that I still know how to hit it. You better watch out, you better not pout, because I'm gonna be all spread out at the burlesque. Oh, you don't have to miss the burlesque, because you're yes at the burlesque. I don't miss the burlesque.
The father was the rat. Oh, the way those grubby hands would grab my
grubby hands grab mine.
Oh, the way that my
so bright.
And I had to resort to selling coffee to a bunch of artists.
I'm tired, I wish I had a buzz.
afford
I wish that someone who could give me enough. A little
And
shot
I've
of
resorted
caffeine.
to a
Just
life
dram it in my arm, you know what I mean. Oh, I don't have to miss the burlesque.
I'm so bored.
Oh, yes, I get on track.
I miss the
I don't have to miss. I don't have to miss. But sometimes I miss a little cup of coffee.
And sometimes I miss shoving a man off me,
Double espresso.
telling men to please let go of my wrist.
Fun little flower that's strawed with cream.
Men asking me to scream.
Those are things that I miss.
At the old burlesque show, at the old burlesque show, grab a brassiere, at the old burlesque show.
You wrecking ball man, tear down this wall. We're joining with the coffee shop. Johnny?
Guess I'm out of luck. Time to be at an off-brand Starbucks. Ask for tips on an iPad. Watch their eyes turn sad when they realize I like them for their money.
Oh, Johnny, I want you to whistle at me as I twirl round my nipple thistle. I'm Eric Monsoon, and I left your side too soon. These past 5 years have been tough.
You're just here to critique my coffee skills now, aren't you? Let me guess. Cold brew. Black.
Serve me up a cup. I'll show you what my critique is.
Let me get some cold brew from the fridge. We just pour it out.
Medium blend. Sharp taste. Best served with friends.
Hey, whatever happened to my mom?
Oh, she's here. Hit it, baby! About 6, 7, 8.
At the old burlesque,
At the old burlesque. Will you join us? I hope that you say yes. At the old burlesque.
It's a crazy premise. I don't know if we pulled it off.
But who saw that twist?
Oh no.
The rat's their father. Back to the show. Oh, incredible. I loved it. I thought that was a fun one. And we hoped you thought it was a fun one too. Because it's always fun to have you here with us at our own private little burlesque show.
Where we keep the clothes on and the comments off.
Here at Musical Monday.